Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Kansas City Scouts 2K22 MyNBA expansion series. And today we have a pretty big slate of objectives. I don't know if we're going to get to all of them in this one episode, but if we do, it's going to be a pretty big episode. So first, based off of some feedback I got, I am going to go through each individual box score. Probably not super in depth though. But aside from that, today we are going to first start off with watching this game all the way down here on February 10th against the Atlanta Hawks. They are currently, as of right now, before simming, the number one team in the East. That could change. Then we also are going to get to the trade deadline right here on the 13th. So we're going to have one box score after this game against the Hawks. Then after the trade deadline, we might do a little bit of a prospect preview, looking at a couple of mock drafts really briefly, and looking at a couple of top prospects. We'll see if I want to do that, because that might make the episode super long, but if not, we'll do it at the start of next episode. So that is the plan for today, and all that being said, let's get right down to it and sim through the 9th of February. Okay, so Zubats has returned from his injury, but I also forgot to do something. I forgot that I was going to change the offensive tempo to shoot at will. So we're going to rock with this for a little while. For offensive rebounding, we're going to change this to some crash, others get back to help with transition defense, and also do the same thing for crash defensive glass and see if we can get better transition offense, because we really have not seen much of a transition offense in any capacity from our team so far. So I want to try that out and see what happens. And shoot at will should make us take all those open shots that we don't take in those games sometimes. So that should help with that for the game against Atlanta. We'll see how it helps in simming. But as I said, Zubats is back, but do I want to play him is the question. Maybe. But I think right now, if we're not going to trade him, I don't see a point. Unless I want to go to like a 10-man rotation instead of a 9-man one. I think we'll let Zubats sit for now, because we're probably going to trade him at the trade deadline either way. So, oh no. Quincy Cage has torn his left MCL and is out for 1 to 2 months. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, that sucks. Well, it's time for Kendrick Nunn or Chris Dunn to get some playing time here. God damn it, that sucks, man. That actually sucks so much. Well, if that's going to happen, that means I'll give Bertans some more minutes, as well as BJ Mason. Okay, so we are done simming because the All-Star Team draft takes place right before our game against the Hawks. We have a lot to talk about because things did not go well in simming, to say the least. But Team Luca, Team Giannis, here's what it looks like. For Team Luca, you got Luca, KD, AD, Trae Young, Jokic. In the reserves, you have Ja, Cat, Shea, Bam, Gobert, Zach LaVine, and Kristaps. For Team Giannis, you have Giannis, Steph, Tatum, Zion, and Cade Cunningham. And in those reserves, you have Butler, LeBron, Booker, LaMelo, and of course, Jaren Jackson Jr., Ben Simmons, and B.I. Okay, so we, of course, have finished simming. We've dropped down to 5th in the conference, which in itself is not bad. But, I mean, look at this. We started right here with this win against the Heat. Lost, like, 6 games in a row. 1-1. Lost 1, 1-1. Lost 2 more. Lost another. Lost 2 more, then 1-4. So we were very, very spotty in these games. I don't know if what I did had a bunch of an effect on the games. I'm unsure at this point. I'm going to stick with it for now because we're still 5th in the conference. I'm not going to get too worried. But we went on a really bad stretch for about a month there. But anyways, let's get into these box scores real quick. And yeah, let's do it. So first was a 40-point win over the Heat, 25 points for Jimmy Butler. For the Scouts, 38 for Weaver, 25 for Jaren Jackson, and 23 for Wade Webb. Then we lost by 7 to the Trailblazers, who had 29 from Henrik Eklund and 22 from Taylor Horton Tucker. The Scouts had 27 points from Wade Webb and 20 from Weaver, when Jackson only had 5 points and 16 rebounds and shot 2 for 11. Then we lost in a very low-scoring game against the 76ers. 19 from Weaver, 13 from Webb, double-double from Jackson, but he still shot very poorly. The Sixers got 25, 6 and 6 and 4 steals from Ben Simmons, and 24 from Isaiah Joe. Then we lost again by 7 to the Cavs, 23 for Gary Trent Jr., 20 for Darius Garland. The Scouts got 31 and 11 from Jackson this time out, 22, 6 and 6 from Webb, and 20 points from Meyer. Weaver just 4 for 16 from the field. Then we lost by 1 point to the Suns, 26 and 10 for Aiden, 25 for Devin Booker, 22 for us from Weaver, 18 from Jackson and Wiggins, and Jackson and Meyer both had double-doubles. Then we lost by 6 to the Wizards, had 25 points from Weaver, Cage had 16, Webb had 15, Jackson 10 and 10, but 3 from 25 from the field. So that's not good. And then the Wizards had 39 from Cole Anthony, which was our downfall. Then we lost again, this time by 4 to the Hornets. We allowed them to come back in the fourth quarter and win that game. 29 points from Jackson, 22 from Webb, 19 and 12 from Weaver, 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double for him. The Hornets had 28 from Malcolm Brogdon. LaMelo had 21, and Bagley had 21 and 12. Then we come back with a win against them. We won by 8 points this time out against the Hornets. 23 and 9 for Bagley this time, 18 and 11 for Carlisle. For the Scouts, 25 from Weaver, 18 and 11 from Jackson, 15 from Webb. By the way, if you guys want to look at these box scores more in depth yourselves, then just pause the video at each one and look through it yourself if you want to get more of an in-depth look. We have like 18 box scores to look through this time out, so I'm not going to go through each one in super depth. So if you want to look at them yourselves, then just pause the video. Then we lost by a lot to the Memphis Grizzlies. 24 from John Morant, 21 from Thornton, 18 from Harden, 15 and 13 from Aldama. The Scouts got 20 from Weaver, 16 from Jackson, and 15 from Wiggins. Then we got a 5-point win against the Spurs. We outscored them by 4 in that fourth quarter. 24 and 11 for Oladipo, 18 for Keldon Johnson, Pirtle, and Theo Maledon. All three of those guys putting up some good numbers. But the Scouts come out on top thanks to 24 points from Weaver, Wiggins, and Jaren Jackson. Then we lost by 2 against the Kings. We almost came back in that fourth quarter, but it was not enough. 24 points from Dame, 21 from Davion Mitchell, then 13 points from Anderson, Holmes, and Kevin Huerter. The Scouts had 25 from Jackson, 17 from Berton, 16 from Mason, 13 from Webb and Wiggins. Then we lost by 1 to the Knicks. A very exact even second half and an exact even third and fourth quarter. It was really the first quarter that got the best of us in this game, and we lost by 1. 27 points for Jaren Jackson, 14, 5 and 5 for Weaver, 14 for Bertans. The Knicks got 20 and 13 from Bam Adebayo, who they now have. Then we absolutely destroyed Portland, 113-70, off a huge second half after a very close first half. 31, 6 and 8 for Weaver, 20 and 13 for Jackson, 17 from BJ Mason, and for the Trailblazers, 17 points for Fox, 10 for McCollum and Milton. But aside from those three, nobody had above 10. Then we lost by 9 to the Chicago Bulls. 28, 4 and 6 for Webb, 19 for Weaver, double-double here for Jackson and for Meyer. The Bulls got 20 from RJ Hampton, 18 from Schumacher. Just really good scoring here overall by the Bulls team. Then we, of course, lost to our rival, the Miami Heat, by 21 points. 18 points for Weaver, 15 for Webb, 15 for Wiggins. Nobody really stepped up here. The Heat had 27 from Tyler Herro, of course, 24 and 10 from Butler, and 20 from Julius Randle. Then we got a much needed win here against the Warriors. 26 and 12 for Jackson, 16 and 11 for Nurkic. Just good overall scoring by our team. The Warriors, 22 and 13 from Jonathan Kuminga, and 18 for Starks. Steph, just 2 for 11 from the field. Then we absolutely obliterated the Detroit Pistons, 144-107, with a huge scoring first half, and just a really good overall game by our team. 35 points for Jackson, 29 for Weaver, 26 and 8 for Webb, 16 for Bertans. But our top 3 go-to scorers played lights out today in this game. For the Pistons, 24 for LeBron James, 20 for Cade Cunningham, but nobody else really stepped up for those guys. Speaking of, I wanted to get a quick look here at Hal Adkins, who I believe was the first overall pick in our franchise. He's a 90 overall right now at power forward. He's averaging 16 points per game, 9 rebounds, about 4 assists, shoots about 47% from the field and 36% from 3, and plays about 33 minutes per game. So, interesting stuff here for this guy. In our third straight win, we take down the Cavaliers in a 9-point victory. They almost came back in that fourth quarter. We had a really good lead there, and they outscored us by 10 to make it a 9-point game. But they had a uphill battle, to say the least. But 25 for Jackson, double-doubles for Nurkic and for Meyer. For the Cavs, 37 from Garland, 24 from Sexton. Then our last box score finally was against the Bulls. A 3-point win here off a pretty good second half there. 23 and 9 here from Arthur Ellis, a late first-round pick a couple years back. 19 from Dinwiddie for the Bulls. The Scouts got 27 here from Jaren Jackson and 20 points from Wade Webb. So all this being said, we have reached the game against the Hawks. Let's go check our team status real quick. The Hawks are still the number 1 seed in the East right now at 39 and 13 on the year. The Cavs are 3 games back from them. We are 9.5 games back from the Hawks. So we've seen minimal improvement in terms of record this year compared to last year. So we still have some work to do here. But the Cavaliers, we beat them a couple of times. They beat us a couple of times. We traded games with the Hornets. Same with the Pistons. So we're a pretty solidified mid-seed Eastern Conference team at this point in the series. But we have not taken that next step that I hoped we would take with a guy like Weaver. So we still have work to do, obviously, but we'll see what can happen. Again, Meyer has started all these last 20 games. So we'll see how we do against the Hawks. They are the Eastern Conference leaders. We've won 4 games in a row, though, so we go into it with a pretty good win streak. And it's at home where we are our best. So we'll see what happens here. And let's face the Hawks, guys. Back at home in the Sprint Center here in Kansas City. And the Hawks are visiting the Eastern Conference leaders. Are here in our arena. They have a stacked team. They got Trae Young, Cam Reddish, Kawhi, John Collins, and Enes Kanter. That's their starting lineup. We've got Weaver, Webb, Meyer, Jackson, and Wiggins as Weaver opens the scoring here. Trae Young slips inside and he scores his first bucket. Weaver in the paint again is blocked by John Collins this time. Enes Kanter mismatch on Weaver down low, and he takes full advantage. Weaver finds Meyer down low, but Meyer lost the ball, and Kanter has a steal. Trae Young down low, scores on Jackson. Are you kidding me? Just a fingertip away from blocking that shot. But Atlanta off to a hot start. Weaver has it, 6 on the shot clock. He drives and can't score in traffic. Reddish with it. Screen from Cantor. Reddish takes it. Gets inside. Over Webb off the glass. No good. And Wiggins on the board. Huge mismatch down low for Jackson. Takes full advantage. And it's back to a 2-point game. Trae Young has it. He drives off the, not off the glass, just a straight up little floater, and that one falls. He's got 6 of Atlanta's first 8 points. Andrew Wiggins goes to Meyer. Now Webb, time cutting down, 3 on the shot clock. Wade Webb steps back and fires from 3, and that one's an air ball. Shot clock violation. Trae Young gets inside again and scores, and we just cannot stop him right now. Weaver drives off the glass, he scores again. Trae Young lost the ball, got it back. He tries to reset the offense for the Hawks. 5 on the shot clock. Trae Young goes back to Reddish for 3, and Reddish knocks it down. Wade Webb, what are you doing, man? He sagged off and gave him way too much space. 5 on the shot clock. Weaver gets inside and scores again. He's got 6 points. Kawhi pulls up this time, and that shot's off. Nice defense by Meyer. Jackson with it. He drives, gets inside, and scores. 3-point game. Trae Young slips inside again and scores again. Meyer spins on Cantor and scores inside. What a great move. All right, we'll watch this last play right here. Kawhi has the ball. He finds Reddish, open 3 in the corner. Reddish well short this time. All right, we'll watch one more play for the Scouts. Jackson off the pass, pulls up off the glass, and that one falls. 1-point game. All right, 10:06 to go here in the first half, and we have competed really well with the Hawks so far. After a slow start on offense and defense, we sort of came back, and now we have a 1-point lead, 35-34, as Kawhi pulls up and puts Atlanta back out in front. And that pass by Chris Dunn is picked off, and Atlanta has the ball back. And a circus shot does not fall for Sumner, but he does get it back and scores this time. Weaver drives, but can't score inside at the rim. Nice defense by John Collins. Now Collins, a huge mismatch on Weaver, and he scores easily, making it a 5-point lead for the Hawks. Weaver gets inside, and that little floater is in. 14 points for Trae Young, 7 for 7. 14 points for Weaver, 7 for 10. It's a point guard versus point guard duel right now. And that pass tipped out of bounds by Chris Dunn. Nice defense. The Hawks keep the ball with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Trae Young goes to Matu. Matu pulls up, and that shot no good. Nice defense by Jake Meyer. BJ Mason steps into a shot, and that one falls. Nice. Trae Young off a screen, finds Collins. Beautiful pick and roll action right there. But we are not at our best when we have to defend that. Chris Dunn has it, 5 on the shot clock. Dunn drives, can't score, but he was fouled by Trae Young. That's his first foul, and he does not know why he was called for one. But free throws for Dunn. The first is good. The second is also good. It's a 1-point game. Another pick and roll, and this time it's Matu who scores. Mason feeds Jackson down low on Matu. Jackson goes up with it and scores. Trae Young finds a wide open Cam Reddish, and Reddish knocks down that 3. No question about that one. What is our defense doing is what I'm wondering. Meyer goes to Weaver. Weaver completely stuffed by Cam Reddish. Come on. Trae Young drives off the glass, and he has not missed a shot. Weaver, nice pass to Meyer, and Meyer scores. Cam Reddish goes to Matu. Matu's wide open for three, and Matu knocks it down. How are these guys getting so open, and why can't we get that open? What's happening? Mason off the feed, goes back to Weaver. Weaver has a screen from Meyer. He takes it, then goes up with a terrible contested shot, but Meyer gets the board and scores. Reddish goes back to Trae Young. Trae Young has it. He waits for a screen. He pulls up. Meyer was there, but Trae Young knocks it down either way. Still has not missed. 18 points, and he's like 9 for 9. Done with it. Gets in the paint and has it blocked. We got it back. Meyer fires, and that shot's short. And the Hawks have a possible fast break right here. Johnson finds Matu down the way. Matu slams that one in. Hawks up by 9. And that will do it here for the first half for us. We're going to sim a little bit and into the third and see what happens there. A little under 8 to go here in this third quarter. The Hawks still lead, but it's only a 4-point lead now. As we have 65, they have 69. And it's been a pretty contested game all the way through. As Trae Young pulls up from 3, and this time he's going to miss a shot. Jackson has the ball. He's guarded by Collins. Jackson off the glass. Can't score. It was good defense. Reddish waits for a screen. Goes back out to Trae Young. Time counting down for the Hawks. Young is double teamed. Now Collins from 3, and that 3 is off. And Jackson has the board. Jackson guarded by Bayless this time, and he goes up and is fouled. So 2 free throws for Jaren Jackson Jr.
Team foul. Jaren Jackson Jr. At the line.
The first free throw is good. The second makes it a 2-point game. And that pass picked off by Chris Dunn. Great play. Can he convert? The answer is no. He gets blocked out of bounds. Wiggins has it. 5 on the shot clock. Gets inside. Spins. One-handed shot. That's not going to fall. 6 on the shot clock for the Hawks. Trae Young has it. He's going to pull up here. Chris Dunn, get in his face. He does. And that shot's off. Great defense. Wiggins pulls up. That shot ties the game at 69. Reddish drives and scores. Jackson has the ball. Thought about pulling up. Chose not to. Goes back out to Wiggins. 5 on the shot clock. Wiggins drives. Tough shot. That's not going to fall. Again, good defense by the Hawks. That pass picked off by Jackson. What a play. Wait, what a pull-up, sir. He does, and it's off. Pull up at the 3-point line. Not in front of Cam Reddish, man. Come on. Trae Young out of a shot goes to Jalen Johnson for 3. That shot's short. Wiggins with it. Goes back out to Webb. Webb. Time cutting down, steps back and shoots, and that shot no good either. Trae Young spins, lost the ball, and Chris Dunn again has a steal. Wiggins pulls up. That shot falls. We're tied again at 71. Trae Young drives and scores easily. Webb finds Bertans on the cut, and it's a beautiful dunk. And we are just keeping ourselves in this game. We are not letting the Hawks get away with anything right now. Reddish in the corner for 3. Never mind. Wiggins drives, and he can't score, but he again is fouled by Jalen Johnson. So 2 free throws for Andrew Wiggins. And the first free throw is good. The second is good as well. 1-point game. Watch one last play here for both teams. Trae Young has the ball. He pulls up at the elbow, and that shot's off. He's had a worse second half than his first half, but still has played well. Webb is blocked by Cam Reddish. With 6 minutes to go, we have seen quite a development. We outscored the Hawks 27-18 in that third quarter. We outscored them 19-8 in this fourth quarter so far. We have a 13-point lead over the 1 seed in the East, but John Collins makes it 11. But still, we have shot very well. The Hawks have shot a little bit worse and have taken less shots, so that helps out a lot. But can we hold on to this lead? There's a lot of time left. Jackson gets around Cantor and scores inside to give us 101 points on the night. Kawhi pulls up, and that shot is off. We have seen next to nothing from Kawhi Leonard for the Hawks. And Weaver lost the ball. It's stolen by Hayward. Kawhi goes to Matu, and Matu is fouled by Bertans.
First personal foul, first team foul.
Matu knocks down the free throw, and the second one
2 shots.
puts it back to 11. Lob for Bertans is there. Great pass by Weaver. Great tip in by Bertans. And the Hawks just can't really stop our offense right now, it seems like. John Collins, tough shot. Nice defense by Wiggins, who also grabs the board. Bertans goes to Webb. Webb for 3. He got it! Scouts lead by 16 points. Kawhi for 3. That one is short. He has not been good today for Atlanta. Weaver's pass is picked off by Kawhi, trying to find the Wiggins at the top of the key. And he is the leader in steals in this NBA season as Weaver gets a steal of his own. Wiggins goes to Webb. Again, Webb. Yeah, let's go! Reddish, tough shot. That's not going to fall. The Scouts will hold on to their 19-point lead for the time being. There's 3 minutes left. It's looking pretty good for us. 6 on the shot clock. Weaver has the ball, screen from Jackson. Weaver goes back to Jackson, who has to pull up. That shot's off, but he was fouled by John Collins. Are you kidding me? That means free throws. 18 points for Jaren Jackson. This free throw gives him 19. The second gives him 20. And this free throw will put us up by 22 points. What a run we have gone on here. Well, guys, this game is over. We're going to win 124-103. And, I mean, what a win. It was looking really close those first 3 quarters, but then in the fourth quarter, we just took off, especially on offense. The defense played well, except on Trae Young, but otherwise, our defense was really good. And Wade will have a couple of big shots there in the fourth quarter. And we take down the Eastern Conference leading team by 21. And we extend our win streak to 5 games. So here is the box score: 24, 9, 3, 2 steals and 3 blocks for Jaren Jackson. Weaver 22, 4, 9. He was probably my favorite player in this game, especially in that first half. He played really well. Wiggins also had a uncharacteristically good game this year because he has not been what we are used to from him this season. 18 points from BJ Mason. We saw like 1 basket of those 7 that he scored. 17 points from Webb. We saw those big 3s in that fourth quarter. Meyer, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. For the Hawks, 27 and 11 for Trae Young. He shot well, but nobody else really stepped up. I mean, Cantor had 14 points and did not miss a shot. But other than those 2 guys, nobody else really played well. Kawhi just 10 points against us. And We shot 55%, 59% from beyond the arc. That is awesome. That's why we won. We also took a lot more free throws than they did. We had pretty even points in the paint. Bench points were pretty similar. Assists, we had 7 more. Rebounds, we won that battle. And we had more steals and more turnovers as well. But still, overall, we outscore them by, 9 plus 19. We outscore them by 28 in that second half, if my math is right. So, what a big second half comeback. That being said, let's get to the trade deadline. We're going to get through the 12th, but not through the 13th. We're going to get through the 12th, so we're going to sim one more game here. Do we keep a win streak alive? The answer is no. We lose to the Lakers by 8 points, and they're not even a good team. 33 points from Sadiq Bey, 25 from Klay Thompson, 18 from Tavkar, who was one of the top picks in the draft, pick 3. Just really balanced scoring by the Lakers. We had 26 from Weaver, 26 and 12 from Jackson, 18 from Wiggins, 13 from Webb, 2 assists shy of a triple-double for Jake Meyer. And they took 33 free throws. What in God's name? That being said, we are pretty much at the trade deadline, so we're going to try and get rid of, try and see what trade offers we get for Zubats. Okay, so after looking through a couple of offers, I had 22 offers from the trade finder with Zubats. And I did not get any offers that I thought would be really an improvement to our team, honestly. And we already have plenty of draft capital. We have 4 first-round picks this year and 2 next year. So I wasn't trying to add more picks or anything. There was no big trade that I could have made that could have improved our team right now, unless I wanted to find a really good shooting guard to add. But the reason I won't do that is for this reason. It's because right now, the Knicks are the 3rd worst team in the entire NBA. And before I simmed all those games at the start of the episode, they were the worst team in the NBA. So they have improved recently. But my plan, because we have 4 first-round picks, is that if we do in fact get a top 3 to 5 pick in this draft, one thing I'm going to do for sure is first take this guy, Ronnie Jordan, out of Duke. And here's why. He's a shooting guard, but he is just a great all-around scorer, a good playmaker, great defender, great athlete, has one of the best basketball IQs of any player in the entire draft, because I checked. And he's a 77 overall. I don't know about his badges for sure. Well, apparently he's got 9 in 3 categories. So if the Knicks continue to be bad, which I'm going to bet on, then I am going to probably just try and trade for that first overall pick using 1 or 2 more of our first round picks, including this Knicks pick, because I want to get that guy. And then aside from that, we can also just take a guy like Dion Gilmore in a similar spot. So right now we have pick 3, we have pick 16, we have pick 20, and we have pick 28. So we have picks all around the entire first round, and we can use those picks as well as our picks for the next 2 seasons to make moves in the draft to really find the future players for our team. Because right now, honestly, Wade Webb is not convincing me that he is a guy that should be starting per se. I think he's a really good option off the bench at shooting guard, but if I was going to draft Ronnie Jordan right now, he would start immediately over Wade Webb. So as I said about Ronnie Jordan, right now he is the top ranked prospect. He is the unanimous first overall pick, except for the NBA.com draft projection. But before we simmed, he was the unanimous first overall pick, and I'm going to do all I can to add him to our team in the draft because we have that first overall, or because we have that like really top pick thanks to New York. So aside from him, there's a couple of centers that I wanted to look at. I mainly, aside from the like top couple of guards, I really focused in on forwards and centers. So up here we have Dwayne Watts, a 78 overall, 18-year-old center, can shoot the mid-range and the inside bucket as well. He's also a good defender and a good rebounder. Not a bad athlete at all, and potential is there as well. We also have Dion Gilmore, who we are, with our next pick, projected to take twice. But he's got B inside scoring, can't really shoot that well. Defending is okay, rebounding is okay. He's a really good athlete. I think I prefer Dwayne Watts over Gilmore right now. There's also Mingyu Wong, a power forward. Again, I'm going to focus on center over forward, but we could still use a really good guy to back up somebody like Jaren Jackson. He pretty much can't do anything except for defend and rebound, but he's a good athlete. He has good potential, and he has promising potential on mid-range and inside scoring. So aside from those guys, I don't have any other prospects that I'm currently thinking about, but I'll just show you guys this list. You got Roger Barnett up there as well, just sorting by scouting percentage, which goes by overall after that as well. So you have Roger Barnett, then you got Nando Mane, Joe Sparks, Jess Kennedy, Ted Hart. I'm currently scouting sleeper picks, so I'm trying to find that next kind of guy that's like Damian Weaver, because Weaver was taken like pick 14 in the second round by the Trailblazers, and he ended up being really good. So I'm trying to see if I can find a player like that, but just at forward or center. I'll come back in a couple of episodes when I have more information on some of those guys, especially on some late round centers that could be actually pretty solid. That being said, that will do it for the episode, guys. We are right now 6th in the conference thanks to that loss against the Lakers. The Hawks are still in first in our division, or in our conference. We are pretty much tied with the Celtics and Pistons, but I guess they have the tiebreakers over us right now. So, all that being said, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you are excited for next time out, because I believe I'm going to watch a game against the Knicks because of Mitchell Palmer, who should be recovered from his injury by now, and I believe he is. He's right here. Let's see, how has he done this year so far since the injury? He's only played a couple of games. Not scoring that well. His assists look pretty solid though. But how long was he out for? I don't know. Well, either way, we are going to face the Knicks next time. We're going to face former Scouts point guard and first ever draft pick in franchise history, Mitchell Palmer, who we did trade to the Knicks. And thanks to him, we do have that current top 3 pick thanks to the trade. We also have their pick next year as well. So things are looking pretty solid in terms of that trade right now, because his numbers have really not improved that much. He is shooting a little bit better, scoring barely better, assists barely better, but overall, right now, we have won this trade. But all that being said, thanks guys so much for watching, and please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed the content and the series up to this point. We have a long way to go. It's going to be a pretty big series, and I'm doing a very similar series, but for American football, with the New York Jets and the other Madden series. So if you have not checked out that series yet, then go do it right now. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow that playlist. Do the same for this one. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.